up, y'all? Back on the BS. Got my boy Juice Soul, got my boy Steph Curry, and then got my boy Soprano C, and of course yours truly, Gentleman Jack. And so, man, I just want to say first off, how y'all doing and everything, man? Everything going good with y'all?
Man, I'm tired, bro. That spring forward, whatever changed on the weekend, I don't know why. Why do we do that?
Have no idea.
I feel like I'm tired. I'm more tired now than I was before. I don't know.
All right, let me be real with y'all.
Groundhog gotta chill.
Let me be real quick.
Man, Groundhog did his job, man. We got the warm weather and stuff, man. So we good, man.
It feels good outside, yeah.
No, that's global warming. That ain't the groundhog.
Hey, man, the groundhog is only right 50% of the time. I actually looked this up. He's only right 50% of the time. I think it's a little bit under 50%, but you know what? He was absolutely right this time. I'm glad he was. So, hey, feed that little motherfucker. All he wants is going to come back and give us some warm weather again.
That's so
Hey, Corey's sad, bro. He's like, I want the cold weather back.
Hell yeah,
the Ice King up there, or what's one of them?
The Ice King.
The Ice King. There we go. That's
Winter is coming.
The Night King.
The name of
Yeah,
that.
that's my real name. It's the Night King. No, I'm starting to sweat again. I don't like it, and also the allergies. No, I like it when everything is dead. I don't. I'm not congested. I don't have to worry about the air quality.
I got so upset yesterday. I seen like bugs flying around. I'm like, here we go again.
Yeah, back to the
it's like that period where like they like dormant or like just like whatever. I just be so thankful because like nothing pisses me off more than like seeing like a random horsefly like in your house and like the stress of trying to kill that mug. Like I feel like I turned to John Wick. Like I gotta kill this thing before I lose my mind, bro. I'm just like, man. But one thing about it, whether it's hot or cold, I'm gonna complain about both. Ain't no way around it, man. It's just it's crazy.
That's real.
I hate the winter here.
What's good?
I hate the winters, bro. I get depressed. I'm like, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to do shit. Yes. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. It's cold. I just want to sleep. That's me.
Man, winter is great. Man, there's so many. You can do so many things. People out of your way. Like, go outside. I can breathe fresh air. I ain't got to worry about funky people running around. Right.
Hey, being musty in like the summer is horrible, but being musty in the winter is like
that's so evil.
Disrespectful. It's like how? It's like how, man.
That should be a sin. Like you go straight to hell. Like one
of those. It should be a sin
like,
to be musty.
Facts. Musty in the cold though, like that should be an automatic one-way ticket to hell. Like you don't get no attention.
Bro, do you remember how the locker rooms used to smell? Oh my god!
Trash.
Look, you giving us PTSD right now,
like,
bro.
Ball sack and Axe body spray.
Exactly. I was about to say the Axe body. Why? Hey, they misused the Axe body spray for something serious, bro. I don't know what made them think that you can put good smells on funk, man, but you can't do that, bro. That's just disrespectful.
All right, but hey, we gonna go ahead and get into some of these topics. We got 4 topics today, but we gonna go ahead and start with this first one. So, this is the first one is over. All-Star Weekend has become a joke. And what was your favorite part of the All-Star Weekend? So, Soprano C, we'll go ahead and start with you, man. What you think?
I watched it, or I watched part of it. You know, I don't ever watch like the skills challenge or anything like that. I usually watch 3-point contest, dunk challenge, All-Star game against my better judgment each year. And this year it was the same product that it's been. It's kind of like 2K. Like you know what you're going to get. You know it's not going to be any different. You already know what disappointments to expect, but you load it up with like, you know, that hope and that zeal, just like with that wonder that it's going to be good and better than what you last remembered it. All-Star Weekend was trash to me. Like it wasn't good. The game there's no point in watching it. The dunk contest, shout out to Jaylen Brown. That was trash. His performance.
Ain't no shout out to that, man. Hey, yo. Hey,
look.
I'm going to tell you what. I could not believe he thought it was like the most creative thing to jump over like Kai Cenat, who was like, I don't know, 5 foot something, bro.
You gotta do a little dab or the glove with it too.
And then
Hold on.
he thought he killed. I said, "Oh no!"
In
We came all the way from Vince Carter.
In JB's defense, man, he posted the video of him doing it in the practice. When he did pull off the D Brown blind, like eyes covered while jumping, that's impressive. Like running, jumping, your eyes closed, and he pulled it off in the practice. So I'll give him a pass on that one. The floor was slippery. I don't know.
Hey, what did AI say? We talking about practice. We're talking about practice. This is prime time. All eyes on you.
Well, man, clearly not, because them boys was taking that shit a joke the whole night.
And I'm gonna tell you what they was. And shout out to the young man who won, because he really put forth some effort into everything. Bro, he's like, dude is like what, 5 something and jumping over Shaq, bro.
Matt McClung, yeah.
Matt McClung,
yeah, Matt McClung, yeah, bro.
He like our height,
bro.
Well, excuse me, I don't want to put you in the small nigga group.
Hey yo,
he like my height. He like 5'8", 5'9". So,
but yeah, man, he killed it. He did like a lot of interesting and creative dunks, man. So shout out to. We honestly, if that's the case, we need to see more G Leaguers in the dunk contest at this point, because ain't nobody in the NBA doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. Kind of to build on that, it kind of really well kind of just seeing with the All-Star Weekend thing, man. You got players that aren't trying to get themselves injured, and they don't have really much to prove. And I think that's kind of where Matt McClung is like, hey, the G Leaguer trying to still kind of make it. So he's got like kind of more of that need to really kind of show off his skills and stuff. And I'd even say, man, if the NBA, I don't know if they can ever get a partnership with them, but shoot, they want people. Or
oh boy,
like that, or from the streets, like, man, you probably got some people that does some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, get some of them Ballers Life dudes,
man.
Yo,
yeah,
pull up some of the best basketball I've ever seen. I remember seeing like Air up there do that 720 dunk just off like a fast break. Who's doing that? This is like,
and they playing outdoors on concrete, like,
bro,
with no health insurance, like they don't care.
in the heat.
They don't care.
Crazy.
They'll put on a show. What you think, Steph? You ain't said nothing. What was your thoughts on All-Star Weekend? If you even watched it, I don't know.
Isn't the point just for the photo at the end? For the West Coast and the East Coast photo? Like, isn't that the whole point of the All-Star Weekend? So people could see that and be like, these were the best players at the time.
Hey, he's got a point, though.
You do it right. It is a good point.
Because the thing is that at the end of it all, it's just like they didn't play hard this game. So, hey, I think Steph got a point with that, man. Where it's just like, all right, these are the best players this year. Come and take a picture.
To be honest, the most interesting part of All-Star Weekend, at my point, was the 3-point competition that Steph Curry was involved in with the young lady from the WNBA.
Sabrina Ionescu, the New York Liberty. Yeah, that was tough.
Honestly, like, she really gave him a run for his money. And, like, honestly, I really thought Steph could have lost that night. Because, honestly, I don't know. I feel like women's basketball, they always have, like, great fundamentals anyway. So, like, I'm interested to see how next year's going to be with, like, let's get a Caitlin Clark in the mix and see, if Steph's going to bring in Clay or are you going to bring in Dame time. So, I think, honestly, women's basketball in general.
I think that should be next year's Damian Lillard and Caitlin Clark, because he just won the 3-point contest. So that'd be a good follow-up.
The Sabrina Steph, like, shootout competition was, to me, better than the actual 3-point contest that they had.
Yeah.
And Sabrina, I think she had like a score of 27 or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that was like a reoccurring number that night.
She beat Dame's like score for the actual 3-point contest. So if she was competing that, she would have won.
3-point line too.
Yeah, I mean, Caitlin Clark. I mean,
and then she shot with the regular basketball too, the men's basketball too, right?
She was shooting from NBA territory, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't know if
WNBA is shorter. I think.
I'm not sure, but I do know that Caitlin Clark, she be pulling from the logo.
Yeah, she do.
The line might be shorter, it might be longer. I don't know, but the court is
the court.
Like
Yeah.
you
I'm gonna
pull
tell
it
you
from the
what.
logo, that's Steph Curry territory.
Oh yeah, she pulling up. She not even. She not setting nothing up. She gonna be like, "Hey, you see that? Boing,
And
water
then
hose it.
also,
Crazy."
for Caitlin Clark, and I definitely think that's why she should be at next year's because she been breaking both women's NCAA records, and then also just recently too the Division One overall record too for most what was it for most points I think.
Most points, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep, in the
The kid from
WNBA. Yep.
Pistol Pete.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that's saying a lot too because Pistol P had a lot of points while he was in college and stuff, so that's saying something right there.
Hey, but my young gun, Juju Watkins, she coming for her.
And then she
Shout
put
out
up like
Juju.
a crazy stat line, like record points the other night against I want to say Stanford or some
Yeah, I
crazy.
want to say low key, it was somewhere in the 50 range, if I'm not mistaken, or close to it.
I'm gonna look it up because I know she had like crazy numbers the other night, like broke a
Yeah, but
record.
I know like her freshman year numbers and points is more than Caitlin's was for her freshman year, so she could be on her way to being outscoring what Caitlin got right now. So I mean, I'm interested to see how it's gonna go for her next
Yeah, she had
season as
a
well.
50
So
burger, 51,
man, that girl is good.
going crazy.
Man, looks like a young Maya Moore out there.
Man, the goat. Shout out to Maya Moore, Minnesota Lynx. Man, she was really in. I'm glad that you mentioned Maya Moore because people are kind of acting like women's basketball is just starting to pop. You know, with the Vegas Aces and
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark and Reese and the whole LSU squad. But women's basketball has some bangers for a minute.
Oh, for sure.
Like Maya Moore really, if she kept playing, she might have went down as like.
The
And
GOAT.
I kind of want to keep her in her own lane. I hate being like she would have been the Jordan of the WNBA, but I feel like she
Yeah.
would have had that same stature if she kept
Mhm.
playing. Cause like I remember just seeing one of her clips on like YouTube or something. I didn't even follow the Minnesota Lynx for real, but I just saw her and I was like, she cold. Like
Mhm.
she pulling these tough jump shots. Is crazy. So I don't know. What do y'all think? I feel like women's basketball just in general is a lot more exciting than like men's basketball right now.
Man, hell no. The
Whoa.
the men's
What?
basketball? No, I mean, come on, bro. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
not even the objective numbers prove that out. I mean, just look at the viewership. Like, it is what it is on that one.
What you mean? The viewership?
What does viewership
Well,
have to do with it?
The
compare women's basketball viewership to the NBA viewership, like the finals. Is it the same?
Well, compare women's NCAA viewership this year to men's. It's not
I
Yeah.
don't watch
close.
college.
It's
I
not
don't like
close.
college either. I don't like college either. So I'm staying consistent on that one. College is shit. I might as well be watching anything else.
Nah, bro. Nah, man.
We're not taking that
Women's
disrespect.
college basketball right now is actually crazy. Like
Right.
they actually hooping.
They are
For
though.
sure. You know how like good you gotta be to like cross somebody up and then hit like a flawless like 3-pointer? That's what we revere like our like NBA players today. But like women are just doing this like off the rip.
Hold
So
on, Steph.
like
What was the last NBA game you watched?
The finals.
See, look,
hey,
this nigga talking.
just right. He's
Hey,
talking for real.
hey, you can edit this out, but do I sound better like this or do I sound better like this?
Up with it up close.
Okay, I'll do this then.
We keeping it in. I ain't got time to edit.
Right. At that point,
Look, I
man, not.
messed up, so hey.
It's cool.
We do yours, but hey man, I got a job just like y'all.
Mm. But nah, back to your point, Corey, bro. Like women have been like killing it in the NBA or WNBA for a long time. Like just thinking back, like Lisa Leslie. You know, I think she was like one of the first women to like dunk in the WNBA, but she put up like crazy numbers with like the what's it, LA Sparks and everything.
Yeah.
And then one of my favorite, just because she wasn't just beautiful, she was really cooking people. Skylar
I knew
Diggins.
you was gonna say Skylar Diggins. I already knew.
Hey yo, ain't nobody like her, man. She yeah, she was cooking for sure.
My boy's watching intently.
Hey, I'm just trying to see if she's on the court or not. You know what I'm saying? But
Boy,
no, seriously, like these girls got game,
she
man.
low man. If she was low managing, boy, Julius would have been crying, boy. Like, man, what?
You wouldn't
Hey,
cared
I
as
would
long
have
as she was still on the sidelines, still
right. I
there.
would have been like Stephen, not watching at that point.
Hey, bro.
Oh
No, but
man.
I'll stand on it. I feel like it really is more exciting than men's right now. I mean, the big one I'll say, like the talent, you got Caitlin Clark pulling from the same distance that Steph Curry is. Like you can't tell me that's not exciting. And then just like the passion, like I don't watch a whole like a lot of men's college basketball, but the NBA just like people check out like frequently. Like you watch some of these games and you can tell like these dudes are just trying to make it to the next game. Their heart's not really in it. They just going through the motions and they super talented. But just like the other night, you know, the LSU fight with
North Carolina.
yeah, with North Carolina, like they really be active. Like they be
Yeah.
invested in the game. I don't know. It's exciting to see like that kind of passion and just like intensity
Mm-hmm.
in those matches.
Gotta step out for a quick second, fellas.
All good. He
So
was
yeah,
black screened us.
Jesus.
5 minutes. He'll be back. Hey, is the mic really better like this, or was it better? Like I don't really want to hold it right here the entire time.
Bro, just hold it down, yo.
Oh,
Just
We
put
can
thank
hear
you.
it
you
back where
still.
you had it.
All
We
right,
can
gotcha,
hear you.
gotcha.
You
Yeah.
must be holding like a burrito.
You about to be like, what was that movie where you couldn't make a sound? Like, what was it?
Oh,
Not Bird Box, but the other one.
oh, okay. I thought that's what you was talking about.
I don't know where I was going.
A Quiet Place.
Yeah, we're just like frozen, like you stuck, you can't move.
That would be trash. I feel like I wouldn't even be able to like live because like I would try to be quiet, but then like my body will like hate on me, and like I'll end up like burping or something. I'll be like,
Nope.
it'll be it'll be like one of them informalities, just like, and then
I ain't gonna hold you. I will fart.
all right,
It'll be a wrap.
bro. Hey, if we was next, if we were next together, bro, I would definitely want to make it because like, hey, I would be pissed. I would be like, oh man, this ain't it.
Steph
Hey, that's
made
like the time we stayed at that cabin in Arkansas, bro. Oh boy,
oh man.
it was a
BG
lot of stuff
was
going on.
it was
A
a
lot
lot.
of stuff going on.
We're gonna have to talk about that. We gotta make
Yeah, we
another
got to
trip.
run that back.
We gotta make a trip, bro, for real.
We do. Another camping trip.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I'm with it for sure.
Are we waiting for Jack to get back to the topic?
I mean, we can keep chopping it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real, for real.
So you guys asked how I feel today. I'm gonna be honest. Usually I'm at a caloric deficit because I'm just busy doing other shit. But I've been driving for 8 hours today just eating. I've consumed at least 3,000 calories. I feel fantastic.
That's great, bro.
My
You
dude's
you have like a really bright vocabulary.
right. Caloric deficit.
Hey, to use caloric deficit like just in casual conversation is like fantastic.
How else do you describe it?
That's how you know we went to Lincoln.
Right. It's just like, all right.
He said
How else do you describe that?
No,
Like
like that's perfect, like perfect to tell like how you describe that, bro.
I'm just
I
saying
just
our peers would not have that range. So
yeah, just like bro, I
congrats.
did not eat enough today.
I'm hungry.
And like, yeah,
I'm
I need
tired.
to eat something so I can feel better.
Steph
see
said
that
I typically feel lethargic, but today I'm
Yeah.
exuberant and brimming with energy.
I feel great, guys.
I love
But
that.
okay,
That's very
where's this
whimsical.
nigga? Where's this nigga Jared at, bro?
You gotta go
No,
to Tamarind.
Because I did want to add to the topic. Like, I
Go
don't really
ahead.
care too much about it either way. Like, I
Mhm.
think women's basketball can be just as exciting as men's basketball. I'm not like trying to be sexist about it, but it's just like right now I'm just being truthfully honest. It's just not. Like if you compare the skill level between the NBA Finals last year and any game in the WNBA this year, it's just not the same. Yeah,
I
and that's
think
just me speaking facts.
I don't know.
well that could be true in a case, but I don't think viewership necessarily can dictate whether or not a matchup is more exciting than another matchup, just like specifically for like gender relations. I don't know because like look at like bubble basketball. You know what I'm saying? It was a straight basketball where dudes was just hooping. They had fans on a computer screen, and it there was an exciting aspect to it. But like in all reality, like
Nobody was watching you for real, for real.
yeah, like you had to be like a LeBron fan or like a Heat fan at that point, just watching it. And I don't know if I see somebody look, you get sauced up. If like that's what kind of basketball I like. I like aggressive, passionate. Just I'm gonna take you to the rim every time and challenge it. So yeah, I don't think the NBA or the WNBA like has like a hold on whether or not it can be more exciting or not though.
I yeah, I mean, I disagree. I've not what you drew. I feel like the WNBA finals, like watching the Vegas Aces win
Mm-hmm.
this past summer, to me was just as exciting as like watching the Nuggets from a basketball perspective because of the schemes that they were running and just like the talent.
Mm-hmm.
Like Asia Wilson is like cold. Like
Yo,
watch her play. Like
killing it.
I don't know. So I feel like the problem really is not a lot of people watch like WNBA games
Mm-hmm.
or like follow a team, and I think that's like I don't think the product is bad. I think the marketing and like the attention that consumers have for like the
Mm-hmm.
WNBA in particular is bad. And like
Yeah,
the
facts.
NBA is like the parent organization hasn't done like an effective job of like really like marketing the product because it's a lot of good basketball being played, and I don't even think it's a skill deficit. Like the only skill I can think of that the women lack is like they don't dunk, but dunking is
Yeah.
cool, but it's not even 20% of the game, to be honest.
Because in all actuality, that's the most
I
exciting
just
part
don't
about the
know
NBA.
where that is coming from. Like, I don't know. It's just for me. I don't get into the X's and O's of it. Um, Maybe if you are like a real scheme head and you just draw it up on your whiteboard every day to try to see what schemes are being run, like maybe the WNBA is more exciting. I don't know, but like from a skill perspective, I don't think anybody who knows basketball is going to be like the WNBA is just as skilled as NBA. It's like really like based off of what?
What are
Based off of facts. What?
like what is take dunking out of the equation. What is it that the men do that the women don't do?
Yeah,
You got women pulling from the logo now, like Dame and Steph. Most men don't do that in the NBA.
facts.
You got blocks. Cameron Brinks, I think for Stanford, is like breaking crazy records with like blocks in games. Like what I guess what skills do you see that are like not translating?
Well, I mean that I don't really want to get into a huge argument about it because, like I said, I don't really care about it either way. To be perfectly honest, it's like if you say the NBA WNBA is more skilled, then I'll go with that. I mean, you watch more basketball than I do, but like
I don't
from
think
what I
we're
know,
making the case.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's more skilled. I'm just saying they're
It's
I feel
just
like
as
they're
skilled
just as skilled.
because for both you have to have people that either come from like a basketball organization, so they either have to come from a college or play for a nationally recognized team of some sort. You have to have a certain skill level to get drafted or picked up by a college or
oh
even
yeah,
picked up by the
I'm not
NBA.
gonna argue that they aren't skilled. Of course, they're skilled, but I don't think they're as skilled as a as an NBA team. Just be honest. You could take the best WNBA team and put it up against the Detroit Pistons. I think they get smoked.
Mm.
But isn't that contradictory though? Like you have to have a kind of certain level of skill to like be better than the NBA team.
What do you mean?
You saying like a WNBA team can go up against like Detroit Pistons and like cook them?
No, I'm
No,
saying
he's saying the reverse. He's saying
yeah.
that
Oh,
bro, you smoking crack, bro.
All right.
if you
Well,
think that a WNBA team
The Detroit
couldn't beat
Pistons
the,
is
the
trash.
Detroit Pistons at this point right now, you might be tweaking, my dude.
The Vegas Aces would smoke them boys.
I
Boys is
disagree.
kind of bad. I ain't gonna lie.
It was Oakland boys.
This ain't Malice in the Palace no more. They don't got that same team, bro.
Man,
Ain't
what?
man.
no Meta World Peace.
Hell now,
Right.
the Wizards is kind of taking their place a little bit.
All right, well, let's go against the Nuggets against the best WNBA team.
But see that's changing the goalpost though.
Yeah.
Because like
How is that changing the goalposts?
because
What?
it's
So
not
you
a
talking
skill
about-
question at that point. It's like size. Like you
Yeah.
having players that are on average like our height.
Well, athleticism is a part of basketball.
Yeah, but what team have you ever had full of like fucking Muggsy Bogues and Isaiah Thomases playing against like 6'6" niggas on average? Like
Corey, that's the game, though. That's the game. That's why only a certain amount of people make it to the NBA.
that's never been
Like,
the game.
what
though.
are we talking about?
I'm saying you can't be like, what about this WNBA team against this NBA team, and that's the skill comparison. Because like you talking about Jokic, that nigga's like 7 feet tall, 300 pounds. Like, come on.
Athleticism is a part of basketball.
That's not
Height is a part of
athleticism. That's
basketball.
being a fat nigga.
Size is a
bro.
part of
You can't
it.
do nothing against that.
Okay, then. All right.
So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next topic. I think we definitely hit
No,
on.
hold on, Jack. You didn't say shit.
Yeah, what's your take on it?
Yeah,
So for
we
me,
all about the BS.
So for me, in relation to this, so I'm not gonna pretend like I am an expert on the WNBA or women's college basketball. I have become a little bit more of a watcher of it, more so recently, and I will say they do have some of those girls out there do have skills, in my opinion. So for me, I think it's a good thing that both the women's college basketball and then also the WNBA. I think I agree with Corey on this point where it's a marketability thing because I do think that they have skilled players in both the college basketball and in the WNBA. So I think the marketability it can help a lot more because when I think about it, in comparison to think on average like with NBA commercials versus what you see with WNBA commercials, you'll see like probably 7 NBA commercials in comparison to one WNBA commercial, like in comparison. Unless, like, of course, maybe this might differ if you have one of their teams in your town. Maybe you might have more of a marketability in that sense. But I think as far as what it is now in comparison to what it was beforehand, yeah, the marketability has definitely increased. But I think that's based off to the skills of the players that we have now. We have Kayla Clarks, we have Sabrina Ionescu's, we have Angel Reese's. We have more of these players that can kind of help with that marketability in a sense. So, and it's kind of a shame because we did have great players like Maya Moore, Candace Parker, like of the past, where they were really good too.
Diana Taurasi.
Yeah, and it's just like, but the marketability just wasn't there. And as far as like comparing the skills between the NBA and the WNBA, I don't know, like because the thing is like there's always going to be that thing of biology in a sense, where men are going to kind of have more of the muscle mass that they have versus a woman. But I think as far as like the exciting stuff that we consider when we watch basketball now, like the shooting, basketball schemes, and stuff like that, it's pretty much similar. You might have some more great shooters that you think of in the NBA, admittedly, such as Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Reggie Miller, people of the past as well. But I think now where you have these more skilled players that are marketed more, you'll be able to have a bit more of appreciation for that in the WNBA and in the college basketball as well. So that's my take. I think the marketability, as Soprano C mentioned, is a really good point. And I think if maybe with that, it might get people to kind of watch a little bit more and appreciate more of the skills that are placed, that are on the stage at that point. But yeah,
That's real.
That's real.
Steph, man, you got to watch college. College.
I don't know.
It's
Not as good as
will
NBA. I'm
I
sorry.
will say I do like the college basketball. So
you got to watch it. They
I
turning
think-
up, bro.
I
The
think
NCAA.
from
Oh
a
yeah.
basketball pure standpoint for women's basketball, I think I find it a little more interesting than the WNBA. That's just for me personally, but WNBA where you're having some of these players that are coming out of the women's college and going to the WNBA. I
Mm-hmm.
would say WNBA might be popping off over the next few
I
I
years.
gotta
think
watch
college
it, bro.
basketball in general.
I seen a
I do
shorty
like
do
college basketball from a pure standpoint, because they do follow the schemes. But I think NBA in comparison, there's just a couple more things that's a little bit more exciting. I think, and I think it's just the flair. I think that's what it is.
well, you definitely got to watch the women's then, because I seen a freshman shorty. I forget where she was playing for, but she fast break did a 360 layup, looking like John Wall back in the day. It was,
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I've seen that too.
yeah, I saw that. I ain't seen nothing like that in a minute. So
Yeah.
since John Wall,
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get to this next topic. So the next topic is samples and songs today. Do they hold up to the originals, and should it stop altogether? So we'll start with Juice Soul this one, man. That's our music band right there, man.
Fair enough.
So hey, man, what do you think about some of these samples and the songs today? And do you have a song in mind too? I guess in relation to that.
Yeah, man. So, to quote Prince, rest in peace. He was saying, the new songs of today are going to be samples of old songs, and then those songs are going to be samples of those samples, and it's just going to be a whole rotation of just sample songs. Honestly, it's getting kind of out of hand. It was starting to be a bit tasteful back in the 90s, the 2000s. People using this and that, some of the stuff you don't really even know that it was being sampled, but just whatsoever. My I don't know. I recently heard a song by this young lady. Her name is Honey Baby, and me being a '90s R&B aficionado, I feel like I have a lot of respect for the songs that came out during that time. She remixed SWV's "I'm So Into You," and she titled it "I'm Fucking Him Too," and like, man, I don't know like what came over me, but like I just had to like turn everything off. Like I turned my phone off, my TV off, and I had to just sit there. I'm just like, wow, is this what music is like really coming to? Where like you take a popping song or a song that had great notoriety and likability and just make it, to that level. I don't know. I think I don't know. I feel like it's distasteful. And I have to say, man, we came all the way from uh, early Kanye where he was sampling through the fire by Shaka Khan and turning it into Through the Wire to talk about his experience, getting in the crash and surviving and having wire in his mouth, like really putting like a metaphor and message into the song. And I really feel like if all you're talking about is like having sex with a dude, um, which I mean, granted, SWV So Into You was like talking about being really into a guy interest, but like I don't know. I think it's just getting I don't know. It's losing its like luster. I feel like that's just me. What y'all think about it, man?
I was gonna say I got one, man. So this is for I guess different reasons. It's called so it's the Pony remix song by Big J. Man, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the person for me. The original one by JY. That's my Magic Mike song, man. Like I'm good with my girl.
Whoa!
Just, hey,
hold on.
Pause.
Hey, look.
That's a big pause.
Hey,
Yo,
look.
Magic Mike
Thing
song.
is, like, man, shoot, if I wanna do one of shows for my girl, stuff like that, man. Shoot, man. Hey, look, I ain't
You
got
sure?
abs, but hey, look. And the thing is that I was like, man, they have ruined this thing on song. Ain't talking about nothing. Ain't got no lyrics. I'm like, hey, they have messed up this song, man. This supposed to be the song right here.
Hold on, you be putting on a little burlesque show?
Not you asked about it.
You be showing a little leg?
You be setting the mood.
Oh my god.
You setting the mood for Miss Jack.
Guys,
For Mrs. Jack.
down again. But no, no, man, I was thinking like, man, like with this song, like, man, look, you can't do no shit like, you can't put no shit like this for your girl right here. I'm like, man, what is this right here, man? But yeah, I
Oh
was listening to
boy.
the lyrics. What's crazy, man, they be having that on. I would on three jails will be tripping up here nowadays, man. I can't even. They had that on. I'm like, I mean, thinking back on it, I don't know. Did they have that? Did they have the original on the radio?
A
But
lot,
dang,
yeah,
yeah,
back in the day.
Oh yeah, back in the '90s, that was a banger. That was a what the young folks call a cooker. That was one of the ones.
but yeah, I just man, just listen to the lyrics. It's like of course they just use the of course the background like chorus where they got the I don't know what the hell the original song they perfect like brr, brr, or, whatever the hell it is,
Yeah,
but it's
and
just
they
like
just kind of digitized it. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it is just like the lyrics is just it's also kind of another thing I noticed too is that the original like yeah even though it kind of had a bit of a somewhat cheesiness to it though it left something for the imagination. All the lyrics now is just like nah I want to do all this to you, want to do that to you. This is like man leave it to the imagination a little bit. So that's kind of like what
They want to Magic Mike it.
yeah man shoot show a little stuff man.
My man, my man.
Once again ain't got no abs or nothing but hey.
Hey, you got a whole lot of love to give, my
A
man.
whole lot of love again. There you go.
Pause. Pause again. Oh God, yo, man,
I feel
Corey, what
like
you got to say about it, bro?
yeah, I feel like there. I kind of think about it in two ways. Like there's interpolations and there's samples, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel like a lot of today's music, a lot of the pop hits are like samples, or not necessarily samples. Like they're interpolations of
Yeah,
old songs, and to me, it kind of kills the creativity. Like as a listener and as like someone who truly enjoys music and like drawing those lines. Like I
yeah.
don't know what it was. I try not to listen to the radio, but Jack Harlow, you know,
Oh yeah.
play his joints like 24/7 on the radio every time I
Mm-hmm.
turn it on. And it's like I can hear these songs and like these interpolations they're doing, and it's just like a bastardization of the original. Like it's not good. Like what was that song that
Glamorous by Fergie.
yeah, man, like that song's iconic, bro. And
It
then
is. It is.
and then you hear like his interpolation of it, and I'm just like, I don't know. Or like Nuck If You Buck, like that's like that was
Yeah.
our shit, bro. Like that
Yes.
we grew up on
Yeah.
that.
That was a
Like,
time.
there's a mentality with that, and then you hear what was it?
Juju
The
on the beat.
Juju on the beat.
nah,
God.
man. Like
So,
this is what we doing? Like this is we went from this to this. I don't.
hate that song, man.
And I think about like when Watch the Throne came out, and like
Yeah.
Kanye was sampling Otis Redding,
Oh
Yeah.
like
boy.
My boy
just like
Otis.
The fun.
we already know
Well, I heard
Oh,
that song. I said, Kanye, boy, Kanye the golden sampler. When I heard that, boy, I was like, how the hell you sample that?
But like that's what
some
we
big ones.
that's what we went from is like
Yeah.
people sampling things before and like adding a new riff on it. Like
Yeah.
I hate to like focus on Kanye, but he's just so good at samples. Like
He is. He
my,
is.
my beautiful dark twisted fantasy just has so many gems from like old rock covers to like
Mm-hmm.
pop hits that people hadn't heard, and now you got like I don't know Coil Ray. Like I just I
Oh
don't
yeah.
like it. I don't like it. It
With
feels
that. With
disrespectful
that.
to the originals. Like it's
Mhm.
not an evolution of it.
Yeah. I will say. I feel like Victoria Monet. Shout out to her, man. She did a really good job with the "On My Mama" like concept and kind of flipping it and making it like a catchier. Well, excuse me. "On My Mama" is a cooker for sure by Charlie Boy, but she flipped it and kind of made it into her own, and like it's very palatable. Like you enjoy it listening to it on the radio. So I think she did a good job with that. But like I like to your point, like a lot of people just don't have that creativity as per se.
I feel like there's some that's still there though. Like Schoolboy Q's new album,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Blue Lips. Like I immediately noticed some of the samples
Mm-hmm.
and like was looking like, who is this? I'm familiar with that tune. Like, where did they pull that from? Like
Yeah.
sampling John Coltrane. You got just like some real deep cuts on that album.
Oh
It's like
yeah.
I feel like there's ways to do it, but when the music industry is just like so focused on generating music as fast as possible and trying to have the next
Mm-hmm.
hit, and it just turns into interpolations, and it's not really like
Yeah.
genuine sampling of things. Like it's just, let's
We're in
take
the
this thing
streaming
that was
era.
already successful and let's speed it up a little bit or slow it down, change the pitch,
Mm-hmm.
put some new lyrics on it, put lipstick on a pig, push it out. And I really like that.
That's a great interpretation. What you think, Steph?
This isn't really anything new. I feel like if you have a problem with samples, then you probably have a problem with hip hop and just R&B ever since the 70s. I mean, samples are just so ubiquitous nowadays and so easy to use that of
Yeah.
course a lot of music, popular music is going to be made with samples because it's just a lot more effort to get some instrumentalists in the studio and just start going to work.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
For
just
sure.
the reality about it. And for me, it's just like, is it tastefully done or is it not? Some songs
Yeah.
I feel like are good, some aren't. Frankly, I like, and I know this is gonna be sacrilegious to say in here, but like I like Juju on the beat more than Nuck If You Buck. I'm
Oh
gonna be honest.
no, no, no.
But okay, what I do have a big problem with is like Neo. He did an interpolation of the Frank Zappi song "Computer Love" from the '70s.
Oh,
Do you know that?
I might have to get
Yeah.
that. Listen, I don't think I
Yeah.
heard.
So Juno what I'm talking about, and just like Neo, like you better
Yeah.
than that, bro. Like he's like one of the best songwriters of the past 20 years. Like
Yeah,
you don't need to do that. And
I can
so
see your point there.
yeah, so it's just like I don't know. I just have to hear the song, and if I like it, I'm like, okay, well, I'm fine with this. If I don't like it, I'm like, well, fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel
I
like
feel
sometimes
like
it's just lazy. Like sometimes it'll be a lot of rappers, and I'm gonna call out some Tennessee rappers that be doing this shit, like from Memphis. Like they have the laziest verses and the laziest flows, but they have a hard sample in the back, and it's like I
hmm
can't help but like the song, but it's just the sample that I like. So
yeah, it's production has a lot to do with that.
Hey
And
man,
like to
yeah,
your point, I think like if you can make your song better than like or the original or make it just as catchy, I feel like it's clear for me. You know what I mean? Just don't like devalue what was already done. It's like taking a Van Gogh and like putting graffiti on it of like the hood and not putting like an actual like message on it to like add to what was already there. You
yeah,
know, it's just like make it better, don't make it worse. Yeah,
so
that's
basically
my
a
take.
pony remix, man.
I'm kind of indifferent. I kind of like that one, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. That
Messing
thing
with
kind
the
of
belly
slap,
code, man.
man.
Messing with the belly code.
the reason they doing this because they know they can get away with it.
Yeah, man.
Now, but to Steph's point, I feel like I agree. Like remixing, sampling, like interpolations have been around forever, and it's kind of like on a
hmm
case by case. Like, you know, does it sound good? Is it an evolution? All that. I feel like, but some Steph said that stuck out to me. Like, artists don't have time for like live, like instrumentation,
hmm
studio. I don't know what happened. I feel like we do need to get back to that though, because
Yeah,
people people who invest in it like have released some of the best projects, of their career. Like everybody
yeah.
talks about To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick, like
Mhm.
he had live instrumentation in the studio. 2014
Yeah.
Force of Drive, Cole had live instrumentation.
Yeah.
The
SZA,
proof is in the pudding.
some of SZA's joints, and I don't know what died in like that golden era with Motown. I don't know if it was like once the heroin stopped flowing, people didn't want to pay musicians.
Because I'm gonna tell you what, that
But
Thriller
bring it
album.
back though.
Why is it the Thriller album? Why is it still relevant to this day, man? You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
complete original productions
Them
from
Prince,
top to bottom.
them Prince cuts. Like I don't. pay these people in heroin again because we need
Oh
live
boy.
Dude, no.
we need it
Oh
back,
god.
man. That's
Stop.
when music was good. Like
So, man, the lead ain't doing it no more. It ain't
I
doing
get
it some
it. I
justice.
don't know.
No, they doing it. They just not making music after doing it.
They slump, bro.
They trying to perform on the street. They perform in the studio. Oh
Hey,
god.
find Uncle Charlie and put him back in the studio, man. Don't like.
Hey, look, Uncle Charlie been good since he been on crack, bro. Hey, have y'all seen his tiny desk? He talked about being on crack. He was like, I'm done. I'm good. And that man still sounds good to this day, yo. Hey,
No,
shout out to him. Shout out to that man.
shout out to
Burn
him.
that shit.
He got one of my favorite songs. Hey, look, if you can conquer that, you a bad man.
Whatever,
You a bad man.
whatever Rick James had and whatever he was giving to him.
Oh boy.
I hate giving the older generation props when they like back in my day everything was because no, it wasn't. It just wasn't.
Hey.
But when they talk about music, just like the emotion and the feeling, and just like even on
Mhm.
sampling and interpolation, like you have one person do a song and then someone else do they cover it, and it's just like, oh my god, like I didn't know
Yeah.
you were the original singer for that because
Perfect example with the Vandross. A lot of songs we think he did were
Not him.
originals by somebody else.
wasn't his song.
I was shook when I found that out, man. Like, Luther, you didn't sing Here and Now? For real, for real?
That's his
That's what
song.
we doing?
We don't care. That's his song.
Right, as long that exactly. Hey, times are crazy, dude.
Bring the heroin back. Bring back
Bring the
Motown and
heroin
heroin.
back.
We're gonna get good music again.
Right. Bring back the suits and the one mic.
And the
We
conks.
need that.
Hey, I did wanna clear something up. Yeah, To Pimp a Butterfly does have a lot of live production, but it also has like a ton of samples as well. They just chopped up in a way you can't even tell it.
No,
Oh my
I'm not.
God.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying, like,
But that's
he
a sampling
did-
that we like, though.
Yeah,
yeah.
you
know
can't
what I
tell.
mean?
Yeah.
But he also had people like Thundercat in the studio. He had Kamasi
Yeah.
Washington on the horns. Like they paying like real deal musicians. It's not just
He got Ali,
yeah.
you know?
All right, y'all. We gonna move into this next topic. So Marvel versus DC. Which cinematic universe is creating the better projects? And we also have kind of a sub thing with this. We're coming with the Black Justice League or Black Avengers. So that's yeah, we're gonna start off with Steph Curry this time, man. So which do you think has the better projects, Marvel or DC? And then what is your Black Justice League slash Black Avengers?
I feel like this topic is a setup. Y'all know how I feel about Marvel and DC. Don't make me do this, bro. Because
Gotta do it, man. We putting the pressure on you, man.
You got to choose a side, Steph.
oh god,
Gun to your head.
I like the 2022 Batman a lot. That's probably the favorite superhero movie I've seen in a while.
Is that
Like,
the Robert Pattinson one?
yeah,
Mhm.
that one. That one.
I will say that one was good. I think that one was really good.
I still gotta give
So
that a watch.
For me, Marvel, it just feels soulless. I'm gonna keep it real. It feels like it's made by a committee of people that are trying to appeal to like everybody from toddlers to 60-year-old men, and it's like it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't feel creative. It doesn't feel fun. It just feels like it's soul taking. I hate going to those movies, man. I'm being honest, like I do. And
I appreciate your honesty, man.
Hold
it's
up.
like
In the
get a
context
director
of
in here who
DC,
has a vision for this project,
in the
and
context of
stop putting it
DC,
past a team of 20 niggas. What?
in the context of DC though, this ain't a Marvel bash fest. Marvel versus
Yeah.
DC.
DC,
No,
man.
no. This is opinion. Hey, Steph Curry, speak your mind, man, on this one.
I just want to make sure.
I'm gonna
want to
say
make sure we on topic. Marvel versus DC. Which
DC.
cinematic universe is better?
I'm
Yes.
gonna say this and I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna shut up. All right.
No, don't shut up. I want to hear this.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this.
What really killed me inside was that I watched the Spectacular Spider-Man from like 2012, 2010,
Well,
the animated
Spider-Man.
series.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, the
Spectacular.
Spectacular Spider-Man. Okay, that's not part of the cinematic universe.
It's better than any Marvel movie I've ever seen, and I'm being honest.
You talking about the
So
cartoon?
for a kids cartoon to be better than any Marvel movie I've seen, that means that's at the very bottom of the bottom of the bottom to me. So I gotta go with DC.
Can I ask a question? Yeah, I just want to ask you something. Yeah, I'll shut the fuck up. Which DC movie do you like other than the Batman? Like DC cinematic universe movie that you like?
Corey,
Because
what I'm trying to say is that the bar is set so low for me that if I like any movie from DC, then I'm gonna put it above Marvel.
no, nigga,
That's I'm
that's not what I asked. Which DC cinematic movie do you like?
Mm-hmm.
the Batman.
That's not a part of the cinematic universe. That's
Yeah,
a
that's
That's
actually
not.
other worlds. That's other worlds.
yeah.
Then I'm
So,
done. I'm done then.
so you.
Then,
Oh
ne-
man.
then neither.
Oh boy, it's good stuff, man.
How
Hey
is
yo,
that not
Jay.
a part?
So
I don't even know what to say.
you gotta stay in tune, man. Because I was gonna say to your point, uh, you saying Marvel needs to hire DC directors when, strangely enough, James Gunn, who directed a good amount of the Guardians of the Galaxy films, is now the sole like
Creative director.
creative director of the new DC cinematic universe.
No, I didn't say hire a DC director. I said hire a director who has a creative vision for the project, and he's not gonna get stumped on by 20 other niggas
I feel
to
like it's kind of
put that
parallel
vision
though,
instead.
still.
It's the same.
Yeah,
And
What do
DC
you mean?
suffers the
How,
same issues.
oh,
because
they might have.
you taking a Marvel director and putting them over like DC projects.
I'm lost. I'm sorry.
All right. Can I go?
Yeah. Go ahead, Soprano.
Please, bro.
If we talking about cinematic universe, like
Yes.
totality of projects and like the world that they're trying to create, it's Marvel all day. And I don't to Steph's
Yes.
point, I actually agree. I think a lot of the like recent Marvel projects, even back to like Infinity Wars, I think were shallow and not that good, like from a narrative perspective. It's just like the nostalgia and like the kid in me and like seeing that stuff on the big screen that really drew me in. But
Mhm.
DC is dog shit, bro. Like it is so fucking terrible. Like
Hey, man.
at the point where they hold on, I got a checklist. They have CGI'd a man's mustache off of his fucking face.
Yes,
You can
sir.
you can see the blur on the motion cap in the final edit of the movie. The
Wow.
Watch the first Justice League.
Watch Justice League, Henry Cavill. You can see the little lip quiver, bro. Like you can see the
Yeah.
blur as he's talking because he had a mustache for another movie. He didn't want to cut it, and it was like, oh, we'll just CGI the mustache off. That's DC. The Flash
Mm-hmm.
movie, that looked like someone put that shit together on fucking I don't know, man. Like I could have edited that movie. That shit looked terrible. It was all
Man.
blurry. Like the story sucked. Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds
That.
Green Lantern. Do y'all remember that?
Oh.
Because I
Yeah.
remember that terrible Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie.
Yes.
My
The
thing with DC, they got a whole lot of potential, and
Oh,
they never executed properly.
tell me they have the biggest names. They have Batman, Joker,
Bro.
Superman, Wonder Woman, Green
Lex
Lantern. How do you
Luthor.
fumble that bag, bro? Like
Bro.
who the fuck wanted an Aquaman movie?
all the ladies, man. Hey.
No, nobody asked for that.
They want to see.
Since I can remember, the jokes have always been Aquaman is lame. He talks to fish, and
Yeah.
somebody in a boardroom was like, "Huh, let's make a movie about him." No,
Let's put Khal Drago in the ocean.
that's crazy, bro. Marvel don't have that problem. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Marvel might suck, but it's not DC. DC is like on a whole nother level of shitty.
Mm-hmm.
And can I clarify something so I don't get hate comments, bro? I am admittedly, bro, like one thing y'all need to know about how I was raised. I didn't watch normal movies growing up. I watched shit like The Matrix is a normal movie, but it's kind of out there. But like shit like 2001: A Space Odyssey, like that's what I was watching when I was growing up.
This
Like
nigga was
weird
watching
shit.
Fiddler on the Roof.
like experimental shit. Like that's all I really care
I feel
about.
like that encompasses like your personality. I was just
Yeah.
talking about 2001: Space Odyssey, like being like tired of like niggas and like just wanting to live in space. But like that's crazy. That's really crazy. Okay. What was you about to say, Jack?
Oh shoot, I would go. Well, I guess I can go ahead and say, if I had to pick from a cinematic standpoint, I definitely have to choose Marvel. Now, where DC, I feel has more of a leg on them is definitely in the well. I don't think Marvel does any animated shows, but the DC animated shows have always been pretty decent. But as far as like for the cinematic, for the purpose of staying on topic, yeah, Marvel beats the DC by a mile. And to point out what Juso mentioned, like man, DC has so much potential. Like if they could
Yeah.
really just like hammer in on like just going one superhero at a time, like kind of how Marvel did. Like
Mhm.
you could hammer in definitely on Batman. I mean, we have hammered in on Batman multiple times at this point. So
Decades.
They need
you
to
know,
do a Terry McGinnis movie.
you said who?
They need to do a Terry McGinnis Batman, like Batman Beyond.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That
Mhm.
would be cool.
Yeah.
if they did
That
a
would be
Batman Beyond, they got Static Shock. They could do a Static Shock. I've been waiting forever for them to do a DC Static Shock like or
Yeah.
movie. Like I've been waiting for the longest, but
I
you know,
don't want them to do it. They would fuck
uh,
it up. They will
yeah,
fuck it up. Ray Fisher, Cyborg, Justice League. They,
Cyborg. It's enough.
bro, they did black people so dirty with that rendition of Cyborg. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It could have been way better.
They had us
Like
looking.
I like Ray Fisher, but like they played him out.
They had us looking crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Juso, what about you, man?
Yeah, like to your point,
I'm gonna turn the light.
for first and foremost, the MCU in totality is way better than the DC cinematic universe. DC has a lot of great projects. I will say DC has a lot better complex stories than Marvel does,
Mm.
and a lot more. I want to say relative stories that make the characters more human than super. You know, but with that said, DC has a lot of potential. Had one of the best looking Sinestros I've ever seen in Green Lantern, but they never touched on that.
Mhm.
Uh, you got the Flash movie, which had a lot of potential in my opinion, but they
Yeah.
kind of dropped the ball with the writing on that. I think that was like due to the writer strike or whatever happened. But
Mm.
you could have literally took the Flashpoint comic series, put it in there, and possibly revamp the DC universe. But they wanted to
Why
put
didn't
a
they
whole
just
bunch of stuff that
follow? To your point, why didn't they just follow the Flashpoint, like the animated storyline that they had?
yeah.
Like, that one was
Who
good.
knows?
Like it was really good.
Who knows, man? You got people who want to do this and that story, but it didn't do well, as you can see. And yeah, like the Snyder cut of Justice League should have been the original Justice League that they put out completely, because the original version, the CGI mustache, just having gosh, I forget the villain's name in Justice League, but
Mini Dark Side. Let's just call
yeah,
it
Mini
Yeah.
Darkseid.
Diet Dark
I
Side.
forget his name, but yeah, like could have had, that was a moment for them to have like a true like notable villain. Steppenwolf, Steppenwolf, that's his name.
Mm.
Had him in there. They could have had like a true villain in there, like of mass proportion. But I mean, it kind of is what it is. Marvel, and this is why I love like phase 1 through 3, because they really took the time to build backstories and character development for all their characters. Like looking at Tony Stark
Right.
and seeing the development over time and like his movies, like constantly improving. Arrogant dude finally cares about humanity, wants to save it, wants to eventually save the world. You see him mess up with that, takes the ultimate sacrifice and snaps the whole world, but ends up losing his life at what cost? Yo, that whole line, man, like that whole Infinity movie, man, was crazy. And everything I feel like past like Endgame has been like a hit or miss. Like
Yeah.
the Loki series 1 and 2 has been pretty good. I will say, WandaVision Great series. They could have did the last episode better,
Mhm.
but they
Yeah.
just kind of rushed that. Shang-Chi, I love, which is a really hot take. I love Eternals. It was a different take on what the Marvel movies have been, and kind of just like a whole different world. And they have the right formula. They just
Black Panther,
oh,
Wakanda Forever. Come on,
bro,
come on. That
amazing job,
alone,
Black Panther,
that alone, Steph, should make you want to
bro.
put the Marvel universe over it. They did it for the culture, bro.
Facts. That first Black Panther was something else. That second Black Panther. Oh, that hits you right there in the heart for sure. And they did it so eloquently, man. They
Yeah.
did it so eloquently, recasting for T'Challa. So yeah,
Yeah, it was tasteful.
very very tasteful. And yeah, I'm just excited to see. I'm hopeful for where for the MCU goes because I will say, just being an MCU fan, like the last few movies that they've been putting out in these projects in general, they haven't been cookers like I want them to be, man. Like the Hawkeye series was getting good, but then they dropped the ball in the last like episodes. Echo was cool. Moon Knight was good, I thought. The Marvels, it was cool. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It's just like, I just think there needs to be a lot more attention to detail in the writing of the script. I know they're trying to gear up for like incursions and kind of just like Secret Wars, and then this nigga Jonathan Majors, what a fumble, bro. What a complete fumble with this man, and just what could have been, honestly. But it just kind of is what it is. So just moving away from that, I know they're probably gonna go to the. It's a lot of factors, man.
Fuck with
But
the situation, man. We could have had Kang. We could have had
bro,
King Kang.
Kang,
Only the King.
for real, we gonna miss out on
Kang.
the Mortis. We gonna miss out on Rama Tut, Scarlet Centurion. It's all of them, man. But I love the way that Loki series kind of
Killed him off.
openly killed him off, and like if he wants to come back again, if he doesn't, cool. It just kind of is what it is. But yeah, it's just a unfortunate situation. But make it Billy land it. But to that point, getting into this All Black Avengers or Justice League,
Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
my I say my to go or who I would personally choose, um, my screensaver,
Hey,
Yeah.
Miles Morales. You know what I mean? The Afro Latino, Black Spider Man. Spider Man's my favorite superhero of all time, anyway. But just having a black one, fire. And he also has like the bioelectricity with the Bioshock. Yo, in the movie, I'm gonna do my own thing and just pushes Miguel off. Hey, yo, that's who I want in my superhero team, man.
why every black hero got electric powers though? You never
Yes,
noticed
I
that?
also want to talk about that too.
Like all the prominent black hero, like Black Lightning, Static
Yeah,
Shock,
Dang.
mm-hmm.
Miles Morales, like
Storm.
every
Loki, Blue Marvel,
Blue Mark kinda, yeah. Like they all got
yeah,
electricity powers. What is
Storm, yeah,
Storm? Yeah. I don't know what it is. It feels racist, but it's a cool
yeah,
power.
fam.
I don't care, but it kind
Would
of
y'all
Yeah.
say
It's
that's
like the
Black
best
Adam?
power.
That's probably a little bit too Black Adam.
he kind. I mean,
Black
the
Adam.
Rock look kind of. I don't know. He's ambiguous.
He's Egyptian.
Yeah, we claim him. We claim him.
Same
Yeah,
difference.
We
yeah,
claim him. Just a different stop on the boat.
Yeah.
yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, everybody got electricity. That's crazy.
That is wild.
Elemental. Hmm.
I don't know why. I
Am I
really
being
feel like
accepted or some
it's
shit?
got to be
Bro,
racist.
shot the
You
people.
know, shout out to Stanley, all of them. Like,
Yeah.
it's a
And Jack
little
Kirby.
Jack Kirk. It's a little racist. I ain't going like they didn't think so, but they play with them racist tropes. So I feel like giving black people electric powers is probably comes from a
Yeah.
not great place, but
Yeah.
salute to them because them some dope ass powers. I still fuck with it.
Yeah.
Damn,
I would love to have electricity, and I
I'm
don't
not
even
trying to
know
get
what I
off
would use it for.
topic, but isn't it an open secret that Stan Lee basically didn't write any of that shit?
Hey yo, chill. Watch your mouth.
Wait, is that true or not?
I don't know,
Is
but
that
we're not
is,
gonna disrespect.
There is controversy that Stanley took a lot of credit for a lot of the ideas that Jack Kirby brought first, but since there was
yeah?
a partnership, the lines are a bit blurred, so
Okay.
it's up in the air. Yeah,
Okay, we can leave it at
that's
that.
why I always commend Stanley and Jack Kirby for both of their work.
Gotcha.
But according
Yeah,
to Corey, we not gonna dig too deep into that.
right. We ain't gonna get
Yeah,
into it.
we can't disrespect the dead. Shout out to Stan Lee.
Yeah,
Shout
rest in
out to
peace.
him.
So just to save on time, we gonna move to our final topic. So this is our final topic is over Akira Toriyama, impact of anime on Black community and anime niggas versus niggas that like anime. So first off, condolences to Akira Toriyama's
Yes,
friends and family. Um,
rest in peace.
hey, look, we're
Share your energy with me, man.
our boy's on Snake Way, making his way to King Kai's planet right now, man.
Yeah,
No, I ain't gonna lie. Like just to start off it with that, man. It kind of hit me a little. Cause I was just like, first thing I thought was like, man, that was Dragon Ball was really my first introduction to anime. So it's kind of crazy in a sense where it's just like, dang, this dude that really kind of like helped start off for like my love for watching anime is gone. And
Yeah,
and that was just kind of one thing. Like, man, like so many people that came after that were mangaka, and also helped to create their own anime. Like, they were under they were people that learned from him. So it's just like I think that was just kind of one thing where it kind of hit me hard. Like, damn, that really is really like a big loss right there for the anime community right
for sure.
there. Yeah. But what y'all think on on that? Before we move on to I guess as far as like Akira Toriyama and his impact on anime and the black community, I guess too.
Man, shout out to him, man. Honestly, he influenced generations. I mean, you got young black kids talking about turning Super Saiyan, blonde hair and blue eyes. You know what I'm saying? Which is a crazy concept, but literally, man, from the Budokais to the Tenkaichis, man, on
Yeah.
PlayStation, whatever we played it on, man, trying to turn Super Saiyan, literally influence hip hop. You hear Goku references, Kamehameha, Majin Buu, and like music in general, like hip hop. It's a lot. So like he definitely influenced it, and it's gonna be missed. Like he super impactful, and it's never gonna be another one. He walked so a lot of other animes could run, essentially. You know what I mean?
yeah, I agree. I mean, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z was like the first anime I ever encountered. On Toonami Cartoon Network
Yeah.
back in the day, like Saturday morning, run to the TV to see the new episode of Dragon Ball Z to see who Goku is fighting. Akira Toriyama, like his work, it really spanned across the globe. It impacted a lot of people. A lot of people resonated with the characters in the world that he created. So much so that, what he was producing in the 80s and the anime in the 90s, they're still making video games. They're still making new episodes for the show. So, I mean, it had a big impact. And yeah, I can't really imagine a childhood without his work just because of how prominent and important it was. So, you know,
Yeah,
big ups to him, being able to be on the other side of the world and create something that, you know, people that have a whole different outlook on life can still connect to.
Yeah, so he was, I think, easily maybe of this generation's most one of this generation's most influential artists just in the world. Period. I mean, not only did he popularize anime in the '90s in America, but he also like laid down a lot of those tropes that you see all the time in anime now. The tournament, the power ups, the power scale, and all that stuff really started with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. And I don't want like I feel like he's one of the people like I don't like I watch anime, but I don't watch like everything. I don't watch Dragon Ball Super. I haven't watched an episode of Dragon Ball Z since I was a teenager. So I'm like not like that big into his stuff. But like just objectively speaking, he's like a genius level creator when it comes to to just his craft, and that has to be respected. I mean, when you honestly like from start to finish, like read the Cell saga and the Frieza saga, like some of the stuff he was doing at the time was like mind blowing, like revolutionary from a storytelling perspective. So shout out to him.
I guess one thing to touch on too, man, like just the art style and the animation, like like kind of like just the art style to this day. Like I know it's like from the '90s, but it's still nice to look at. Like if I like whenever I go back and do watch Dragon Ball Z, I'm like this art is still like nice to look at. For something they made back in the '80s. Like I was just like it doesn't bother me at all, to look at the art style and stuff. And really, I prefer it really over Super's art style. I don't.
Yeah,
I will admit I haven't watched Super like that, but the thing is that I appreciate the Z style a little bit more in comparison to Super. I don't know what it is about it though.
it's more nostalgic. I feel like Super looks kind of like more shiny and like polished.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I don't want to sound like an old head, saying that, but it's just like I think also too it just the amount of stuff that comes with like when he's animating the fights and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just something that's where and I'm not an art person by any means, but it's like the you can see the effort, more the effort that's put into Wiz and Z versus Super. That's just my opinion though. And that could be subjective. Yeah.
I mean, something I'll say is like the story beats too, because like there's like a stigma that I feel like black people have or have had about like anime, manga, just like entertainment that comes from outside like what is deemed the culture, which is weird because like we've generated so much that has like gone out into the world that gets reinterpolated, remixed,
we culture.
taken up, and then we suddenly don't rock with it anymore. Like, rock, you know, prime example.
Yeah.
Barry
Yeah,
Boys back in the day, and now it's like, oh, black people don't listen to rock. Like, that's a weird statement. But like to bring it back to like anime manga, just like there's a stigma because it's different. It's not like it's created by the Japanese. Like it's not a black thing. But the story beats like resonated so much, especially in like Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball. Like the Frieza saga, like Goku was
yeah.
putting hands on a racist. Like
Facts, big facts,
I can resonate with that. Like that was the first time I seen somebody like really put pause on a racist and just like beat the brakes off of them for six
bro.
episodes straight. Like
He killed him. He killed that thing, man.
that was lit. I was like, damn, you can do that?
He went crazy.
He just cut this
But
man in half. That's crazy. Or just like
hmm
like the life lessons. Like Goku was getting his ass beat all the time and
yeah,
then will come back stronger. And like you hear that from your
yeah,
parents and like from other people, like, you know, you got to roll with the punches and you might get knocked down, but you get back up and you know, shut up.
turn the anger into something positive,
Goku go Super Saiyan for the first time after getting fucked up.
bro.
He was like, yeah, okay, all right, I see the vision.
Yo,
I fuck with
mm-hmm.
you. So I feel like that
Went
can't be
crazy.
like, stated enough. Like the stories that Akira Toriyama was able to put out there and just like the concepts that he was dealing with alongside like the animation to your point, Jack, like he really just created a product that a lot of people that may not be Japanese or like have a direct, correlation to that culture, understand the references of Son Goku and like the Monkey King spirit, like they can still find a connection with it. And I thought that that's like really valuable and just like to Steph's point, a credit to the genius that was Akira Toriyama.
Right? Do we want to tackle the second half of this topic?
Okay,
Soprano.
Corey. Hey, bro, I'm gonna put you on the spot, bro. Okay, what do you mean anime niggas versus niggas that like anime? What is an anime nigga? Is it a nigga that goes to Comic Con and cosplays Goku or some shit? Like, what is an anime nigga?
All right, so not rebuting anything that I just said about how amazing Akira Toriyama and his work and just like the impact that it's had on a lot of people, myself included. I feel like there's an important distinction that needs to be made. This is another PSA to black people moment. You got I'm gonna give two versions, but you got black people that like anime, and you got black anime nerds. And then the decenter version is you got niggas that fuck with anime, and you got anime niggas. There is a difference, and let's not act like there isn't a difference. I feel like every black person knows what I'm talking about, even if they can't like articulate it. And what I mean by that is you got your black people you got black people who like anime, right? Like any other art form. They, consume it, they watch it, My Hero
And discuss it.
Academia, we watch it,
Mm-hmm.
Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't personally watch it, but I know people that rock with it. They watch it, they read it. Bleach,
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. I'm gonna take
All
the old
that.
school, Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, I can talk about anime and I enjoy it, I consume it, but
Mm-hmm.
that shit is not my life. Like, versus a anime nigga, like they buying the Naruto headbands and they wearing that shit 24/7. They doing the Naruto run,
Oh boy.
when they
Oh god.
when they taking a flick, they swoosh in the jacket to make it look like
You
the
just
wind
make it.
blowing.
Hey, we
Those
got
are
our
just
point
socially
with
awkward people.
Sandman. Hey.
They're they're
They
just socially awkward. That's
nah,
that
bro.
doesn't
I
have to
mean,
be an anime nigga. That's
they
just somebody
might
that
be,
don't know how
but
to act.
there's socially awkward niggas that don't fuck with anime though. But like anime niggas are different, bro. Like I'll give you a perfect. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'll give you an example.
Oh no, no. Are you gonna name this person?
No, I'm not gonna name nobody. I'm not.
Okay, okay,
This not even somebody that y'all know. But
okay, okay.
I ordered an Uber like back in 2016, right? And I had to be at this place at a certain time. The Uber pulled, and it's a black dude. And I'm like, okay, cool, So like the music might be good. We might have a good conversation. We'll see.
Oh boy.
The
I think I
car
know what you're gonna
pulls
say.
up. The car pulls up. It's like a Toyota Yaris or something like that, covered in fucking anime stickers, bro. And I'm not talking about I'm like big ass decals of like anime girls with the little blushing wink faces, like big full size, like just covering it. Pikachu's and Digimon and all kinds of animation, like just every single inch of this car. Like you would have thought he got a rap. And I
What?
had to be at this appointment at a certain time. I'm not gonna say it was like a life or death situation, but it was important enough that I sat there for a good. I looked out the window, saw the car, saw the little GPS thing,
No.
and was like, "Fuck it, I might not get in this. Like, I don't want to be seen in it. I don't want to see no." And yes, like got in the Uber. Hair was unkept. Hygiene was not there. Like all the stereotypical shit of an anime nigga. Like they don't care about nothing but anime. Like if the girl is not pixelated or drawn, they don't fuck with her. Like that is to me what an anime nigga is, and I reject that. I am a
I
nigga that
think
likes anime. I'm
I
not an
think you're
anime
just
nigga.
describing somebody who has like a mental illness, like genuinely. Like, like, I think you're
What's
just
mentally
describing
ill about that?
somebody that's just not well.
I
That's
don't
not normal.
I don't disagree at all actually. I think
Yeah.
that it is a problem, but
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. You guys named a bunch of anime, and I'm gonna be honest. Like, those are like I don't even consider those to be anime almost. Like
oh,
those are for like all of those you guys name come out of Shonen Jump or like some adjacent magazine. That's like
so you said those are for niggas. Like
those are for like yeah, like gym
people that
bros,
dip
like
their
type guys.
toes in.
Like
So you're saying like you're an anime nigga?
I watch a lot of anime. I'm not gonna even hold
Nah,
you on that one.
Hey,
I'm not.
hey, doing
Steph,
all that
That's
shit.
it.
The Soprano
Steph
series
takes
talking
baths
about.
though. He takes baths though, and he combs his hair. He not an anime.
Yeah.
Oh, our
And it's
boy,
like
good, man.
for me, when I was first getting into anime, like back in the early 2000s, the 90s, it was like a culture about it that it's hard to describe nowadays because it's so mainstream. Like back in the day, first and foremost, anime was harder to get, so it was more of a subculture around it. Like today, it's all on Crunchyroll, it's all on Netflix. It's really accessible, so it's not as serious as it was back in the day. But back in the day, it used to be more of I don't even
Exclusive.
know how to describe it. It's like if you were in it, you were in it. You
You had
you
a
couldn't
bag.
just have a toe in. You couldn't just put a foot in. If
Yeah,
you was gonna
Yeah.
watch something, you had to watch everything,
yeah.
That's
and
the
you had to
problem.
Yeah.
know.
That's the problem. You niggas was gatekeeping.
It was
Bro,
better that way.
nah,
Get the
bro.
posers out,
To
bro.
an
Nah,
extent, I kind of agree with Steph on that, just a little bit.
it created weird ass niggas though. It did.
Yeah.
Man, those guys are posers too, man.
I'm sorry if I see a dude walking down the street in one of those like robes from Naruto. You know the ones I'm talking about with the clouds on them
Shinobi.
from the from Pain and all them.
Yeah,
That
that
Naruto.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Akatsuki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Katsuki. Yeah, if I see somebody walking in, nah, bro. I like Naruto like the next one, but come on, dog. Like we
The
ain't got
thing, the thing that would piss me off is when you would start seeing dudes like at the lunch table, like trying to practice like
the finger. Yeah,
it's like, bro, are you trying to cast a spell on me, bro, or like
Fireball
what's
jutsu.
up,
I thought you were
bro?
throwing
Yeah,
signs. Like what set you throwing up? I don't recognize that.
bro.
Hey, look.
It's like,
Hey, that's something.
hey,
Hey,
bro,
that's
you gotta calm it down, my dog.
something the
Hey,
criminals and animators can agree on. Man, look.
Listen, I'm from the village hidden in the clouds. Boy, what's good?
hey, man, that's
Yo, say.
hilarious. That's hilarious, man.
No, but that's the problem with that gatekeeping. Is like someone like me. I ask somebody like, "Hey, bro, put me. I like Dragon Ball Z. It's lit. Put me on to something. I'm trying." They'd be like, "No, you're not really with it." I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
you don't really like it.
chill, man. Like I got other interests. Like you can't.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. But like sometimes people be like, I like anime, and I'd be like, have you seen this? No. Have you seen this? No. Have you seen this? No.
See,
It's like, okay, what have you seen? Oh, I saw Naruto. I really like it. It's like, man, get out of here, bro.
You
You ain't
can't be
really.
mad at somebody trying to get into something, bro, that you're
damn, I
low
was
key
defending you,
Hey,
Steph.
not
You
Steph,
talking
master
about
at.
an
Steph,
anime
Steph be
nigga.
like, man, if you ain't seen Death Note, you ain't you true boy. He like that's like, boy. He said that beginner's level right there. Death Note.
Right.
Hey,
But
Let
then
me ask you this. Let me ask you
that's
this,
on
Steph.
other shit
How
though.
many episodes of One Piece have you seen?
oh man, look.
I don't like One Piece.
Okay, never mind.
I don't.
I agree with that statement.
I
The
gave up
thing is,
on One Piece like, boy, within the first 100 episodes. I'm like, this shit's still going.
I missed
okay,
that boat.
okay. Hold on, I gotta get this off my chest, bro. This is something I've been wanting to say for a minute, and I didn't know how to express it. I just have a problem with serialized entertainment in general. So anything that comes out of Shonen Jump, I'm probably not gonna mess with because they adhere to like a very strict schedule. Like every week, every couple of weeks, you got to come in with something. And
That's
so at some point, it's just like you just pull this out of your ass so you can have some material, so you can get a paycheck. It's just not that creative to me, So
I get it.
Yeah,
I can do that.
they don't put as much attention to detail.
I don't know,
You
man.
saying?
Bleach came out of Shonen, and Bleach is damn near a masterpiece to me.
Hey, love Bleach.
Yu Yu Hakusho was a shonen, and that has some of the best storytelling. I feel like it's possible. Like you can have a
Yeah.
serialized IP that isn't just cookie cutter or just ass pools.
okay, the difference with those guys you just named, and I'm showing my power level here, bro. I know too much about this shit, but like
9,000, boy.
those guys are freaks. All the guys you named, Togashi, the guy who made Yu Yu Hakusho, he's a freak. All he does is that's all he cares about is writing manga and anime, and that's all he's been doing. And not a lot of people are him. Same dude that made the guy who makes One Piece, Oda. All he cares about is anime and manga, and that's all he does with his entire life. That's why he could keep it up for so many years. Most guys like Tite Kubo, the guy who made Bleach, most normal people that start working for Shonen Jump, they get burnt out and they quit eventually. And so
That's real. I feel like that's what most things though. Like
Yeah.
it's some singers that are cuts above the rest.
Mm-hmm.
The whole field is kind of like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It's a lot of people that can do it, but not everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what y'all feel about this niggas that like anime versus anime niggas or PG version? Black people that appreciate anime versus black people that are obsessed with anime.
I feel like as long as you're not watching that,
You know what I'm about to say? What's it called? As long as you're not watching that the hentai,
hey, you cool in my book.
I think
You
we all
watch
laughed
it.
a little too hard for that one.
We went to school with
I feel like
somebody
you cool.
that I know for a fact used to watch
Oh boy,
the hentai or whatever it's called. They used to
bro.
watch it on the school bus, bro.
As long as you not, as long as you're not watching cartoons, do that. Hey, you cool in my book, man. I
hey,
feel like
bro,
that's an anime nigga.
I feel like I'm getting called out because I did bring a smut manga to school one day
Hey,
when I was in middle school, bro.
Did you really?
Yeah, and I was showing everybody, bro. I was like, look at this.
Oh my god, Steph! I find out something new about you like every conversation. Hey, did a certain history teacher find you with that?
Nah. This was
Oh, okay.
this was before Lincoln.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say that's
this the Patel days.
Yeah.
You probably you weren't the only one. There's a bunch of
oh
them.
boy, that's hilarious, man.
Damn, bro. You were just showing people?
Yeah, straight up, bro. I showed anybody that wants to look.
Hey,
Oh
you
my
freaky. That's a big pause on that. You showing everybody that want to look.
How'd you even start a conversation with that though? Like, yo, what's up, man? Look.
Yeah, like what's the introduction to that? Like,
Look at page 72.
I'd be like, you want to see something crazy? They'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like, all right, I got something for you.
how did you not get caught? That's my question. Like, because I feel like you kind of like you did it a few times. So like,
The teachers didn't care. That was the main reason.
Bro, where did you get this from? The library?
My mom bought it.
no, he owned it. Yeah, I'm about to say he had to own that to be showing it, bro.
Did she
Ain't
know
no way
she
they
was
got that in
fired?
school.
She couldn't have known what you were. She couldn't have known. She couldn't have known what it was.
Hey man,
Chris is like, you know, I'm not gonna go in there.
Oh,
Oh,
my goodness.
shit.
That's crazy.
You know what? I think that's a good hit to the show right there, man. Shoot. Well, this is a good show, man. Hey, before we end, is there anything else anybody else want to bring up before we sign out for today?
Oh yeah, one last thing. Who are we giving our detention to? You know, since hallways on BS, you know,
yeah.
So
who
our
gets a
detention,
this week?
dudes in detention is that nigga that got Drea pregnant, man, from the NBA.
Jalen Green. Oh man, I would flip that. I would
Wait,
give it to Drea.
can you add context?
Oh, so for context for people that don't know, so there's this NBA player, Jalen Green. He impregnated Drea. She's from what was she from? What is that? Basketball?
Basketball wise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Was she
dude,
married
the
to a
dude is like
basketball
what,
player?
21, 22 years old, and then she like 40 years old.
42, 43, something like that.
She up there.
Wait, did she take the kid to term?
She's pregnant.
She's still pregnant. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She gonna have it. She had like a maternity photo shoot.
Yeah.
All right.
She posted it on International Women's Day of all days.
That's crazy.
That's
No,
that's wild behavior, man.
I agree with Drew. I give the detention to her.
She know better.
She has a son that is the same age as Jalen Green.
oh,
The exact same
Jalen
age.
Green
Yeah.
played for the Houston Rockets. He's like 22 years old. She's in her 40s. She has a son the same
Oh
age as
no.
him. I'm gonna be like the energy that the world has for men in their 40s that hunt and creep on
It's
young
predator. It's
women.
predatory.
Yeah.
It's very predatory. Like I would be side eyeing and like, what are you doing? Like a 40-year-old trying to holler at a 22-year-old. This the same thing. This is she know what she doing. I get her the
That's
detention
a,
because that's
that Larsa Pippen,
yeah,
that Bernice Burgos, all of them, man, preying on these young dudes. It's crazy. Honestly,
so
it's nasty.
crazy.
Only
Like they fine, but like it's nasty.
so I'll modify. I put both of them niggas in there. Only reason why I say only reason why I say this is because Jalen, man, I just like I hear so many stories, man, where it's just like, boy, y'all get caught up with some of these girls, man, that you know ain't no damn good for you. And it's just like
That ain't no girl. She almost a grandma, bro. Like that.
I know. And the thing that's why I said I'm putting both of them motherfuckers in
That's wild.
there. So I think for me it's just like, man, it's always been just all these horror stories. It's like, man, you know about some of these girls that ain't gonna do right and that ain't right, man. And it's just like I get you want to play Russian roulette sometimes, man, with stuff. It's just like, man, but I definitely agree with Drew and Soprano C on that though. That's some nasty ass shit right there.
Yeah, we all make choices, man.
I wouldn't give him the detention. I would just say he needs to be homeschooled. Like you don't get to go to public school no more. You having too much fun. You trying. It's like that high schooler that is trying to like hook up with a teacher,
Yeah,
and you know like there are jokes and stuff, but they serious.
yeah. Like
Like
sit down, bro.
bro, there's actually real repercussions. Like you gonna fuck your life up doing that.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
and
And
then the teacher allowing it.
yeah, I mean they crazy. Like yeah, I feel like he probably had a crush on her since he was like 13. And then he got money at 22 and was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this." And she looking at it from a totally different perspective. She's
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
a mama. Like, what do you see in him?
I'd
Aside,
like to hear her perspective on it too. Is she in love with this young man, or is
like,
she has ulterior
what is there to
motives?
love? Like, he's the same age as your son. Like, the things that you chastise your son about, you're gonna be mad at him for.
Yeah,
Like, like when she
Uh,
was like a 17, 18-year old, like my boy was just coming into the world.
man.
Like I think that's
that's crazy.
crazy. Like that's seriously crazy.
Shout out to him, man. He about to be a pappy.
Right.
I hope he ready for it.
Hey, that boy been balling like he ready for it. Low key been putting up numbers this month. He been putting, he been getting them buckets, man.
Why is that the
Shoot.
NBA rite of passage though? Like, when they get to the league, they get a paycheck and then they have like a baby like 2 months later. Like y'all gotta chill, bro. Y'all gotta figure some things out before y'all
It's
become
a
parents.
rhythm,
It really is. It's like PR. You gotta have a baby within your first 4 months.
bro. I blame Will the still. They not they not learning nothing, man.
That man
If you
was,
know, you know.
he was a plague, boy. He was shooting. He was spraying anywhere he could.
Hey, shooting on and off the court. You know what I'm saying?
Them
My
jump
boy.
Up,
hooks.
up the sign
He wasn't,
20,000.
Hey,
nah, he wasn't shooting. Those was jump hooks, and put back layups, tip ins.
the man was good at what he did. Pause.
He got a
Oh
lot of
man,
kids that are looking for their dad. That's all
Otto
I'm gonna say.
Porter, man. Otto Porter definitely won, man. I put side by side of them, man. Otto Porter is his grandson, boy. I'm telling you.
Will
that's
Chamberlain
crazy,
was the
man.
first thought.
He was outside.
He was vintage. That's crazy to be a thought in black and white.
No facts. Not only that, but like to have like free realm. Like you don't gotta worry about too much diseases. Like you don't gotta worry about like
No,
social media and
that's
media coverage
crazy.
in general.
To do that during Jim Crow is insane.
Bro, actually,
Like your
that's
life is
funny as
already
hell.
perilous enough as it is, and to like sleep with that many women, likely unprotected, is really insane. Will Chamberlain is a wild boy.
Indeed, he is maniac. Even
All right, Jack.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
wrap it.
yeah,
On that
yeah,
note,
for
man,
sure.
this is a good episode, man. It's good to once again come back together with you boys. And shoot, hey, there's not anything else. So I guess we can go ahead and sign out for this time.
All right, man.
All right, hey, we was on that BS, and man, we'll see y'all next time.